Hi guys, it's Carol. How are ya? I'm pretty good. This is Sunday night. This is my first bloom from a blue Bachelor button plant. um, I got the seeds from Dollar Tree back in the spring, but I didn't plant them until probably late May, and it took them forever to come up. And today was the first bloom. I think it's beautiful. Next year, I think I'll get some, maybe a little better quality seeds from somewhere else and plant a whole bunch of them in my pots. But anyway, that's what's new with me today. Um, I think in my last video, I mentioned King Ranch chicken casserole, and I told you the recipe was up there. If you go to my playlist and then you go down to recipes used in my videos, well, I discovered it is not there, or I couldn't find it anyway. Casey wanted me to pull up the recipe because she and Taylor were gonna cook for me on whatever day they were here, Friday or Saturday, I don't remember. And we couldn't find the recipe, so I had to look it up on Pinterest. We have this at least once a month, so we didn't really need to look up the recipe, but Casey just wanted to double check. Anyway, this is a really good casserole. Not very spicy. You can spice it up if you want to, but we make it exactly by the directions, except with a few changes. I'll read you the directions and I tell you what we do. Hang on. Okay, you need 10 ingredients. You need 2 cups of cooked, shredded chicken breast. You know, I throw my chicken breast in the crock pot, cook a whole package of them at a time, shred it up, and freeze it in 2-cup packages because that's what I use in all recipes is about 2 cups. Then you need half a cup of diced green bell pepper and a half a cup of yellow onion. I probably put twice that much onion, and sometimes we don't put the bell pepper. Then you need 1 can of cream of chicken soup and 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. This recipe calls for 1/4 cup of Fleshman's Original Vegetable Oil Spread Sticks. Don't get your panties in a wad. If you don't use margarine, use butter, use olive oil, whatever you want. You're going to saute the onions and bell pepper in that. You need some kind of non-stick cooking spray. This recipe calls for 12 corn tortillas. Sometimes we use corn tortillas. Mostly we use a bag of tortilla chips. Good gracious, I left out the cheese. You need at least 2 cups of shredded cheese. You can use Fiesta blend, Mexican blend, cheddar, a combination of cheddar and pepper jack. Shred it yourself or buy it shredded, whatever floats your boat. But you need at least 2 cups of cheese. Then you need a can of Rotel. You put the Rotel in undrained. Great Value also makes their own brand of diced tomatoes with green chilies. It's larger than 10 ounces. I use it, how many ever ounce it is, probably 14. I just dump it in there and get it all stirred up real good. We like it just like this. Now, some recipes call for a teaspoon of chili powder. Some call for maybe a half a teaspoon of cumin, a little bit of garlic. You put what you like. We like it just like the recipe calls for. Okay, here's the directions. I get my big Dutch oven and I saute my bell pepper and my onion in oil or whatever I want to use. And after they're sauteed, you just add your chicken, the soups, the tomatoes and green chilies. Just add all the ingredients in that. Stir it up real good. Now you're ready to put it in the oven. You need a 9x13 baking dish. Spray it with your nonstick spray. And I start by putting a little bit of the meat mixture in the bottom, just a little bit. Then you cover that with cheese and either your tortillas or your tortilla chips. And you keep repeating those layers until you get your pan full. And then you bake it. I think it says 40 minutes. Everything's cooked. Your chicken's cooked. You know, you've got your... you heated it up when you put the soup in the pan and you were stirring it together. You need some heat to get that all mixed up. So everything's done. We put it in the oven. We've never left it 40 minutes. We get too hungry. We take it out whenever we want to, when the cheese is melted, basically. But anyway, then when you take it out, you need to let it sit for about 5 minutes so it can kind of settle. And we serve that with a green salad, sometimes with Mexican rice, sometimes with calabacitas. I've got a recipe for that. Now let's talk about why it's called King Ranch Chicken Casserole. Nobody knows, I don't think. It wasn't invented on the ranch. It has no direct connection to the ranch. I just don't know. But evidently, this casserole gained popularity in the 50s, coinciding with the increased use of canned soups in American cooking right after World War II. Cecilia, you live down that way. If you know why this is named King Ranch Chicken Casserole, let me know. Meanwhile, I'm going to tell y'all about the King Ranch. It's the largest working ranch in the United States. It's located down in South Texas. It was founded in 1853 by Captain Richard King, and it expands 825,000 acres, making it larger than the state of Rhode Island. The ranch is known for cattle and quarter horse operations, and it's also a major producer of citrus and other farm crops. King Ranch is a National Historic Landmark, and it's played a key role in the development of American ranching industry. The ranch offers tours that allow visitors to learn about ranching and the history, also to view the wildlife down there. I would love to go on a tour. Anyway, that's a little bit about King Ranch, and Cecilia lives fairly close to there. Maybe she'll give us a clue why it's called King Ranch Chicken. Anyway, if you've never had it, make this casserole. It's really, really good. We love it. We have it at least once a month, at least. I also have a recipe to make King Ranch chicken soup. That's pretty good. Okay, guys, that's it for a Monday video. Hope everybody's doing well. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'm going to have a live tonight, 8 p.m. Central. So I hope you can come. I don't know yet if my grandkids will get to be here, but hopefully Casey will and can help me read the comments. So y'all think of something to tell me, preferably something funny. I need some humor really, really bad. All right, I'll see you tonight. Again, that's 8 p.m. Central. Talk to you tonight. Bye-bye.